73 days is the time the drivers and teams of the NASCAR Xfinity Series have been waiting to race for real. But today, that wait ends and the season restarts. Welcome to Inside NXS. I am your host, Mad Dog Matt, and today, NASCAR's second-tier series returns with the Toyota 200 at Darlington. And welcome to the first ever episode of Inside NXS. I was going to have an episode yesterday on Inside the Cup Series, but editing software doesn't cooperate at all. But I hope this gets out. I think it is. I have an idea. I hope it's gonna work. But let's not waste any time, and let's get into our top stories throughout the NASCAR garage. And the big story here is that weather may be an issue at Darlington. Today's Xfinity Series race was moved up by 2 hours to 6 p.m. It was originally scheduled for 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I was going to have a video at 7 p.m., but now it has been moved up to 5. If this race cannot be run, it will be scheduled for noon on Thursday. If both the Xfinity Series race and tomorrow's Cup race will be postponed, we will have an Xfinity Cup doubleheader on Thursday with Xfinity at 12 p.m. and Cup at 7 p.m. at night. If it's only the Cup race that is postponed, that will be made up at noon on Thursday. Now, moving into the big stories for the Xfinity Series, Watkins Glen is able to host events for the NASCAR Cup Series and the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Currently, it has not been scheduled, but Governor Andrew Cuomo has said that the car tracks and horse racing tracks will be able to reopen. Moving in, Josh Williams has partnered with Open for Business Again and Chasing Freedom for the races at Darlington and Charlotte. The driver of the number 92 DGM Racing Chevrolet will carry a special patriotic paint scheme in tonight's event and the event at Charlotte. Well, from one driver who got lucky with sponsors to another that hasn't been lucky with sponsors. David Starr shared a string of tweets explaining that the economic impact due to the thing that we can't name on YouTube has caused him to lose his ride with JD Motorsports. And the final story for today is that no practice or qualifying will be held for the additional upcoming races, except for the Coke 600 for the NASCAR Cup Series, and I don't think it's going to be qualifying for Xfinity or the Truck Series. So, speaking of, NASCAR did announce new dates for all of its top 3 series and the ARCA Menard Series. Today, the new race dates for the Xfinity Series are May 30th at Bristol for a 300-mile event, June 6th at Atlanta for a 250-mile event, 300 miles on June 13th at Homestead, as well as 250 miles at Homestead on June 14th. So a doubleheader. Those two will take place 3:30 on Saturday and noon on Sunday. And the last race to be announced will take place 5:30 p.m. on Saturday, June 20th, for 300 miles around the Talladega Superspeedway. Bristol's event will take place at 3:30, and Atlanta's event will take place at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So let's take a look at the point standings for the NASCAR Xfinity Series after 4 races at Daytona, Las Vegas Auto Club, and Phoenix. Harrison Burton leads the standings with 176 points and a race win. Behind him is Chase Briscoe, only 3 points behind. He also has a race win. Austin Cindric is behind them in the points. He doesn't have a race win, but he is 21 points behind Burden. Brandon Jones with a race win sits 28 points behind Harrison Burden in front. Ross Chastain, no win, but still is pretty comfortable inside that top 12 cutoff for the Xfinity Series. He's 30 points behind Harrison Burden. The last race winner in the Xfinity Series so far, Noah Gragson, sits 6th in points. He is 33 behind Harrison Burden, and now from 7th through 12th, all of these guys are locked in on points. Ryan Sieg is tied with Noah Gragson for 6th place. Gragson has the tiebreaker with the most wins. Then Justin Haley in 8th, 36 points behind first, along with Justin Allgaier in 9th, 38 points behind Harrison Burden in the 20 car. Then in 10th, we have Michael Annett, who is 57 points behind Burden in the number 1 car. Riley Herbst, Harrison Burden, and Brandon Jones' teammate. He is just squeaking in to the playoffs in that 18 car with 67 points behind Harrison Burden. And Brandon Brown, the final spot, really squeaking in, only 4 points above the cutoff mark in the 68 car. It's Brandon Brown, if I didn't say it already. He is 85 points off the mark. Alex Lapp just 4 points off the playoff cutoff. In the Xfinity Series, it is 12th place in the points, and as usual, as for all of these series, it is the if you win, you're in rule. Alex Labb is 13th. He is 4 points behind the cutoff, as I have mentioned. Then we have Josh Williams in 14th, 93 points behind Harrison Burden, and 15th, Myatt Snyder, 97 points behind Harrison Burden. That is where we're going to leave it on the standings. Now, into the starting grid for the Xfinity Series race at Darlington, the Toyota 200. All positions being drew out of a hat, basically, because no qualifying or practice will take place. Noah Gragson will start on pole, and Michael Annett will be alongside him. 2 Chevys on the front row, with Justin Haley and Ryan Sieg making up row 2. Riley Herbst, Brandon Brown, row 3. They're both on the playoff cutoff, as I said. That'll be an interesting thing to watch. Austin Cindric and Brandon Jones in row 4. Jones, he's locked into the playoffs. Row number 5, Ross Chastain and Justin Allgaier, with row number 6 being made up by Chase Briscoe and points leader Harrison Burden, who lacks a win, kind of like what Kevin Harvick had coming into the Real Heroes 400 on Sunday. BJ McLeod and Myatt Snyder start 13th and 14th in row 7, 15th and 16th. Row 8 are Josh Williams and Alex Labb. Anthony Alfredo and Jesse Little make up row number 9, and row number 10 is Ray Black II and Vinnie Miller. So a whole bunch of Chevys up in the top 10 rows. I only see 2 Fords and 3 Toyotas. So maybe the Chevy will be the fast car, or maybe it was just luck of the draw for those Chevrolet teams. Anyway, that's going to do it. You can catch the Xfinity Series race at Darlington at 6 p.m. on FS1, and you can catch me back here on Inside the Cup Series at 6:30 p.m. tomorrow as we preview the NASCAR Cup Series second race back, the Toyota 500-kilometer race. Then it's Inside the Cup Series Thursday, reviewing that Toyota 500-kilometer race at 6 p.m., and then we're going to have a 1-day or 2-day break from this type of content, and then we're back Sunday previewing the longest race, the Coca-Cola 600. I have been Mad Dog Matt. This video is just coming up on 10 minutes. I will see you next time, and goodbye. Hey everyone, Mad Dog Matt here. Just a quick update at the end of this video. NASCAR will move up the Cup Series Wednesday night race start time to 6 p.m. Eastern due to inclement weather around the Darlington racetrack. Just a quick update right here at the end. Thank you all for watching. I hope to see you tomorrow at an adjusted 5 p.m. time for the preview on Inside the Cup Series. See you then.